when we leave this body, at that time, if we're going to if the Yamadutes are going to escort us away, then it's very painful for the attached person to leave his body. So at that time the Yamadutes put one asleep and rip one out of the body. They didn't put one asleep at that moment. It would be very too painful. Then one's taken, and when he again takes after it comes time for him to take birth again. Then when he's in the womb, then for the period of his growth in the womb as an embryo, he is unconscious. So that unconscious state is like a long sleep. And then one wakes up. Even within the womb, one wakes up about the human beings is 7 months. Usually the baby becomes conscious. And even Bhagavatam describes how one can have recollection of previous births at that time. But when one is born, of course, you see at that time one is in a womb, he's not conscious of his body so much. Of course he's conscious of his body, but at the same time his mind is very clear because he doesn't have such developed senses. Of course he can feel that sometimes the biting of the worms in the mother's womb and the intestine, they come over and they bite the tender skin of the baby. And then of course he can feel when the mother takes very spicy food, that will also feel very hot on the baby. And also the bad smells, these things he can get some feeling. But basically his consciousness is not so much centered in the senses apart from these very obvious things, and he's able to remember even previous births if he's very fortunate. What happens is at the time of birth, it is such a painful experience. He is literally forced through very small opening, and that is such an excruciating pain that he's completely unconscious. And then usually waking up when he is born again. Of course, it's very famous to see the doctors slap the baby, and he cries and starts to breathe. At that time, then one tries to gain knowledge through the newly acquired senses, which are basically developed. And so, through these senses, you see, then one is having all new experiences. So then he forgets, generally speaking, the previous birth. This is actually a boon by Krishna, because if one remembers all the previous births, that's not all good. You have to remember so much garbage also. So this gives a person a new slate, a new chance by Krishna's mercy to again try to satisfy his desires. One time, the devotee asked the Prabhupada, why we can't remember our previous births? And then Prabhupada said, what's the advantage? This birth you've got so many things you should forget. Now you want to remember the previous birth. So much Maya. We want to remember Krishna. We don't want to remember our previous birth. Because in our previous births, if we have done so much materialistic activities, what is the use of knowing that? The thing is that we should know what is our original relationship with Krishna. That is what is essential. So we can accept that we forget our previous birth by Krishna's mercy to allow us a fresh start. Many devotees, I'm sure that if, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur prayed, that if I don't make it back in this life, then at least that I can be born in the family of Vaishnavas in my next life. So that way, You see, one will, right from the great opportunity of the children born in ISKCON, right from their very birth they have the opportunity of knowing about Krishna. They don't have to go through all the material hard knocks. They can be immediately taught about Krishna, and if they're fortunate, they can become pure devotees very easily if they have that good fortune. So we can accept that forgetting the previous birth, that's also Krishna's mercy.